2016, two local Houston business leaders launched the Greater Houston LGBTQ+ Chamber of Commerce to confront a glaring injustice. The LGBTQ+ community had been shut out of rooms where futures take shape. From day one, the Chamber has been a force for economic empowerment in our community, and the impact has been undeniable. Stronger businesses, greater visibility, and a seat at the table that can no longer be ignored. We are and always will be more than a chamber of commerce, more than a network of business connections. Uniquely positioned at the intersection of business and community, we are a place where everyone can be their most authentic selves and thrive. The Greater Houston LGBTQ+ Chamber offers ongoing events and programs that inform, educate, and create meaningful relationships. We are respected advocates working to ensure our community's voices are heard locally, regionally, statewide, and at the national level. Today, our membership is an inspiring collaborative of major corporations, small businesses, nonprofits, government entities, and professionals, all united in building an economic ecosystem that drives shared success. The Chamber has grown organically by leaps and bounds. And here's why. Our members feel the energy, the power, and the rewards, both personal and professional, that come from being a valuable part of such a dynamic LGBTQ+ and allied business community. The year 2026 marks our 10-year anniversary. There's no stopping us now. The best is yet to come. The Chamber has made remarkable progress, and our plans for tomorrow promise to increase our impact on our regional LGBTQ+ community exponentially. I should know. I'm Tammy Wallace, co-founder, president, and CEO of the Greater Houston LGBTQ+ Chamber of Commerce. My pronouns are she, her. I co-founded this chamber with Gary Wood, and I can tell you this with confidence. Times are challenging, but our important work continues. We are stronger than ever. We will stay the course because our community needs us. Thank you all for your incredible support and for our continuing progress together. This is today's Greater Houston LGBTQ+ Chamber of Commerce. This is the place to be. This is where everyone belongs. This is where you belong.
Tammy, you're muted.
Yeah, that's not helpful. I was going to hit that unmute button. Thank you, Maureen. Let me welcome everyone to our membership orientation. We love that video. It really captures our past 10 years. We're going to talk more about that with everyone today. But we want to make sure you get all the information you need with membership orientation. Our team is always here to support you. And with that, let me transition over to Maureen Mayuri. She is our operations manager. Maureen?
Thank you, Tammy. I am happy to be here with y'all today and just wanted to give you a quick introduction to our team and board. Most of our team is on the call with us today. Of course, you met Tammy. You'll meet Ryan Wilson, our Director of Corporate Relations, shortly. Jennifer Coleman is our Digital Media Manager, and Amber Godbold will tell you more about our programming and events. She's our coordinator. And then as far as our board of directors goes, Stephen Miranda is our board chair. Rachel Bickham is our vice chair, and Ross Miller is our treasurer, and Tammy is on the board as well. So just a quick introduction to the folks that you're going to see throughout the year at events, and we're here to help. So please reach out if you see any of us.
Thank you, Maureen. And we always ask one of our members to join us at membership orientation to really talk about their experience, what the chamber has meant to them. And today's particularly special because I have to say, one of my faves, and has been very involved in the chamber for really quite a long time. But it is my pleasure. I want to introduce James Boswell. He is the owner with Aussie Pet Mobile of River Oaks, and more newer membership, Dog B&B. So James, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. What's interesting is I became an entrepreneur in 2018, and being that I served in the military and I retired after 20 years on the heels of Don't Ask, Don't Tell, the Defense of Marriage Act, the first thing me and my husband decided to do was to join some sort of LGBT organization. And the first thing I want to say is the chamber is what you make it. So I own Aussie Petmobile. It's a mobile pet groomer. We groom dogs and cats outside of your home or business. That's one of my businesses. That's why I started in 2018. And as soon as I joined, within 2 months, I joined this Chamber of Commerce. Last year, we decided to open Dog B&B. We're a boarding and daycare facility in East Downtown. Our goal is to provide a safe, lower cost, high quality pet care across the board. You can look at our reviews online, and I attributed that to the hard work and networking with the chamber. So, with that said, a lot of people in business, they join all these organizations and they don't take advantage of them. I'm not the one. I always take advantage of it. My financial advisor is part of the chamber. My personal insurance is part of the chamber. My marketing department is part of the chamber. I do business with the chamber, and Tammy knows that. When I want to get anything done, I don't care if it's painting or whatever it is, I'm in that directory and I'm looking for another entrepreneur because I'm very intentional about what I do. So back to what I said with networking. So true story. This is a true story. In 2020, I had only 3 mobile grooming units. We were not making a profit. We were struggling, and this is right before COVID. COVID happened, and somebody wrote a 1-star review on our platform, and we had very little reviews. And this review was danging. I mean, they said that we hurt their dog and, we're essentially murderers. The person who wrote the review had all right because we did what's called quick the nail. We clipped the nail, slightly short, but they took it to a next level. They went on all the review platforms and they had their friends go on all the review platforms and put 1-star reviews on Yelp, on Google, on Maps, everywhere. They even called the news on me and said I'm hurting dogs. Then the owner personally called me, and who is actually a member of the LGBT community, and said, I'm gonna shut you down. That's what he told me. I immediately called Tammy. This is true. I called Tammy because I have a personal. I said, Tammy, I don't know what to do. I was freaking out. She immediately had a Zoom call with me. She put me in contact with a lawyer for free, a advertisement marketing department for free, and they all got on the call right away. And they coached me through this evolution because I'm 2-year entrepreneur, by the way. And they said, this is what you do, James. They listened and they had actionable plans. I executed them. And now today, I will honestly say that is the base of our business, is one of the things that we did with networking. The second quick networking story is Mayor Turner. Mayor Turner was a phenomenal mayor. I met Mayor Turner, and every time I saw him, I shook his hand, and he came to LGBT Chamber of Commerce meetings. I networked. This membership is only a few bucks compared to the power you will have if you actually show up, number one. Number two, you go shake those hands. And number three, you do business with the chamber. And I am not a member. I'm not a board member. I don't have any personal stake in here. I'm a paying person. So I just want to give y'all a non-biased look at how, as a member of the chamber, you need to be intentional on what you do in the chamber. You need to be intentional on getting that phone number. You need to be intentional on doing that coffee date with another member of the chamber because we're only as strong as you on the call, every single member and every single member within it. And yes, my military background gave me that type of spirit because I'm a diehard patriot of this country. Yeah, we have some situations going on right now. America's great and the chamber is great. So you're only, period, as good as what you do with this membership. So with that said, I want to close by saying this. If you don't show up, you're missing out. Period. So thank you, Tammy, for having me. I will do this anytime. I love this place. And it's not just the LGBT, it's the plus too, because the allies have showed up every time. Mayor Turner is one example. So you want to be a part of a serious chamber? You are. You are a part of one now. It's very powerful. So I'm sorry I only have 3 minutes, but I can talk. Tammy knows I can talk for 25 minutes with stories on this chamber. So thank you for having me, Tammy. So I'm just going to stop because I'm well over 3 minutes.
Well, and James, thank you for bringing not just, talking about encouraging people to be involved and be engaged, but what this chamber has done for you and for your business and for your connection to community, which is exactly why we launched the chamber 10 years ago, celebrating the 10-year anniversary this year. And James, I want you to know we would not be where we're at today without members like you. So you had me tearing up there, and we're so grateful for your long time support and continuing to be a champion for this chamber. And speaking of, in 2016, Gary Wood is the other co-founder of the chamber. We launched officially. This is our founding month, February, and we launched on February the 24th. And we launched the chamber because when Gary and I looked around the region, we didn't see the LGBTQ plus business community represented. There are so many tables in this city, and our community was not at those tables. And you know what happens if you don't have a seat at the table, you don't have a voice. And so we worked to change that. And 10 years later, we're incredibly, incredibly proud of the work that we have done. We have become a leading economic voice for LGBTQ businesses and professionals in the Houston region. We are at more tables than we've ever been at in terms of business in this city. And the important thing there, sometimes it's not always the chamber that needs to be at the table. Sometimes it's another one of our, for example, nonprofit members. And we're working to make sure that they are at the table because we are part of the economic fabric of this city. Over the last 10 years, our history, we have hosted. Our events have grown monumentally. You'll hear about that shortly. We now host well over 120 events a year. And but we started literally, and you're going to be hearing more about that this year. We started with a small group of people. Our breakfasts, they garner around 125 and 150 people every month. When we started, we did a brewing up business. We had maybe 25 people. You could go around the room and give your 30-second elevator speech, your elevator pitch. We have grown dramatically, but we have grown to create economic power and visibility for our community, for our members, for our businesses. And this entire ecosystem is built of tons of members, small, medium, large companies, as well as professionals, young professionals, and nonprofit members that I mentioned. We're excited about the decade ahead. But this year, we're going to celebrate a decade of impact. And this LGBTQ plus economic ecosystem is so crucial. James mentioned it. Be part of it. Engage, because there are so many people that want to help and support our members in our community. And you walk into a chamber event, and if you in particular are part of the LGBTQ plus community, the armor we wear every day, it drops. You don't have to worry about that. We are about connecting community, connecting members, and creating economic impact. So I often say, for our new members, we say, you didn't just join an organization, you joined an economic ecosystem. And that's exactly where we're at. And we're continuing to build this ecosystem with our important work. One of our key pillars is advocacy. It is a strategic focus area for the chamber. Historically, chambers in the 1950s were founded for this exact reason. A lot of Main Street businesses knew they needed to have visibility. They needed to be working together because government, elected officials, they were making decisions that impacted those businesses. That's the origin of chambers. For us, as an LGBTQ organization, an organization at the intersection of business and community, our advocacy work, our voice, it takes on even more meaning as we're advocating for member businesses and professionals, but also for our community. We hold an advocacy day every 2 years for the legislative and session with our partners with the Texas LGBTQ chambers, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas. We're continually advocating for the LGBTBE certification locally, regionally, and statewide. We were able to work with Mayor Turner to get that certification recognized at the city of Houston. We are engaging elected officials. Look, you show up at our events. James hit the nail on the head. Mayor Turner was a big champion, huge champion for this chamber. He showed up, and so many of our elected officials show up at our events, both big and small, to support us. You will see them regularly at our events because they understand not only the power of our community, but the power of the chamber and the ecosystem that we've been able to build. We also are continually working to get more people included, appointed to City of Houston and Harris County boards of commissions with a goal to grow that beyond the City of Houston and Harris County eventually. But we want to make sure that we're represented on those key boards and commissions. They are doing important work that are helping to navigate decisions and decision makers in terms of the work that they do. And so we have a link. You can fill out our application, our boards and commissions interest form, and we're building that database of those that are interested in working with our elected officials to get people appointed to those. So advocacy is so key. I just touched on it. Our Get Out, capitalize the vote efforts that we're doing, and we're going to keep building on this. This will be part of our next decade of work. So we encourage everyone, be involved. Your voice matters, and it certainly matters now. All right, with that, let me turn it over to Maureen to talk about just onboarding in terms of with the chamber, your membership, and some important things you need to know. Morning.
Thanks, Tammy. I appreciate it. When you become a member of the chamber, there's some outreach that happens following that. You should receive a series of onboarding emails from our team, giving you all the information on how to get involved, what you need to do, how to update your directory listing, and we'll go through that here in just a minute. We do encourage you to join our Facebook and LinkedIn member groups. Be active in there. Introduce yourself. If you have a promotion, if you have something coming up that you want to share, if you have a question you want to ask other members, please go ahead and do that. Those links, I'll show you where to access those in the info hub shortly, but also they are in those onboarding emails. Make sure that you add info@houstonlgbtchamber.com to your address book. That is where all of our communications come from. And then if you have a great experience, if the chamber has a positive impact on you, like James, and you want to share your story, please share that testimonial with us. The next thing I want to go over is going to be the website and info hub. So I'm going to switch my screen sharing here just real quick. And I want to share with you. Oh, hang on 1 second. Right, screen up. Okay, so if you joined, most likely if you are a member, you joined through the website. So you have been on our website before. We have a couple different things that I want to show you. Up at the top here, Member Info Hub, that's where you're going to log in. That's where you can register for events to get the member pricing. That's going to be where you can look at the member directory. There's a member directory on the public facing side of the website too, so I'll show you that as well. This is where you can get your member logo. You can submit a job. You can submit a member-to-member deal. So we're going to go more in depth into the member hub here in just a minute. And then all of our events are listed on the event calendar. So right now we have our events on here through February, a couple into March, and then if we have our save the date for Pride in Business in June. So we will continue to populate the calendar. You'll see more and more events come up on here. As Tammy mentioned, we have over 120 events a year. So we are busy, and you'll continue to see those be populated on the website as we go throughout the year. The member directory, as James was saying, he likes to be strategic on his spending and who he's doing business with. We get phone calls to the chamber that say, hey, I'm looking for XYZ. I need this, I need that. And we direct them here. So please update your directory listing with keywords, with information so that folks can find you and use your business or services that you offer. So it's very important. And like James is, be strategic, use other chamber members, support this ecosystem that Tammy was talking about. You can look up a keyword and find a business. There's all kinds of categories in here. Okay, let's go into the member directory. I'm sorry, excuse me, the member info hub. So like I said, it's going to be up here in the navigation. You're going to click on that. When you joined, one of the things that you should get access to, in addition to getting those onboarding emails, is access to the info hub. So if you did not, please let us know. And the info hub access is typically for the primary member that on your account. If you want to add some other folks on your account that get the pricing for members, you can let us know. You can add them as well. I'll show you where to do that. So when we log in here, there's going to be the dashboard for the hub. So we put information, if anything that comes up, if there's a specific member code or something like that, to get a discount, you'll be able to see that in this dashboard section. On the right-hand side is going to be the next 5 upcoming events. Where you see this little register button here, that is how you can register directly. You're already logged in, so you'll get the member pricing. If something does not have a register button, it is registration is either directly through Zoom or something like that, or we're just promoting it and there's not necessarily a registration platform, or it's going to go to another platform outside of our system here. So you can see what we have coming up over the next couple weeks, and Amber will be going over some of our upcoming events as well in a little while. So there's a couple different sections that you want to update for your business. So just something to note, if you are a professional level member, Lambda Next Gen, you do not have a directory listing because you're an individual. This is going to be for organizations, companies, nonprofits, elected officials. They do have directory listings. You can still update your information in here. You can still register through here, but just know that you will not have a directory listing. So my info is going to be for you as a person. When you go to my directory listing, that is for your organization. So in the my info section, it has your regular contact information. It has your membership in here. You can manage a payment through here. You can add a credit card on file. You can add related contacts, like I was saying. You can add, if there's somebody who is a new member of your team, you can add them here. You can also have us add them. You can let us know. Under my directory. So this is, oh, and just to give you a little background, I just joined the chamber full time. I was with this company, Manifest Creative. We were contractors for the chamber. So I still have my old information on here. So you can see what a business directory looks like. So you can, your logo is on here, all the contact information for the business, your website, any social media links that you want to have. You can put a description of your business. You want to put keywords. That's going to be an important part for when people are searching. You want your directory listing to come up in that search. You can change your category listings if you have more than one. You can add them on here. It's all based off of your level, your membership level, how many people can be on your account, how many categories you can get. So we can definitely help you through that. And if you have any questions along the way, you can add images, you can add videos. The more robust your directory listing is, the better. You want to get that visibility. So definitely get on here and get your business directory listing updated. The events are also listed in here. It goes past the first 5. Any events that we have on the calendar, you can register directly through here too. The member directory. So I showed you what the member directory looks like on the public facing side. Well, we also have a member directory in the info hub too. And the difference here is you can get the contact information for other members through here. So if I just click on one, Hilton Garden Inn. So Jill is the director of sales and marketing. There's her phone number, there's her email. If you're on the public facing side, you can't get that information. So by being a member, you have access to other members here. So please use them, use the resources that we have in the chamber. So there are options for you to offer member to member deals. So if you have something, a promotion, that you want to offer other members, you can submit that here. Once you're logged in, you can add here, you can fill out the form, you can add images. If there's a promo code, all of that information, you submit it, we'll review it, and we'll publish it here to this site. This is only on the back end, only members can see this. So that's something that you can offer. If you have a job opening that you want to share, you want to put on the chamber job board, it is free for members to add it. So you go through that same process on here by adding. You put all the job details. Please make sure you put how to apply, a link, who to contact in there. We will publish that, and we also share that on social media, in our newsletter. If there's something happening, if there's a job on here, we do help spread the word for you to get a good pool of candidates. Excuse me, the Chamber Connection is our newsletter. So we put that out at the end of the month. Something else that you want to pay attention to is an email called This Week at the Chamber. So we send that out every Monday morning. It has what's going on the calendar this week, what's on the radar, what to look for in the next couple weeks or couple months that's coming up. Also, we put an LGBTQ plus history stat in there, in the know, anything that we feel is really important information for you to be aware of. So every Monday, pay attention for that. The newsletter is at the end of the month. We put a small biz insights email out with important information and opportunities for our small businesses. So we're constantly putting out communications and information for our members to take advantage of. Member logo. So as a chamber member, you are welcome to use our chamber member logo. So you can download it here, put that on your website or in your email signature so you can get to it directly through the Info Hub. The links to the Facebook group and LinkedIn group that I was mentioning earlier are in here. So you can click directly from here as well and join those groups. LGBTVE certification. So this is a certification through the National LGBTQ plus and Allied Chamber of Commerce. It is for businesses that are 51% or more LGBTQ owned. You have to go through a certification process through them. You do a site visit with us locally. And if you are a member of the chamber, your application fee of $899 is waived. So definitely something to think about if that applies to you. And we are here to answer any questions on that as well. There's more special savings besides the member-to-member deals. These are ones that just are offered some bigger businesses that offer opportunities for members. Sesh is one of them. Sesh is where our office is. They're celebrating their 6th birthday today. So that is where the chamber office is located, and members have the opportunity to go there and use Sesh once a month. Complimentary day pass. So these are things to definitely think about, take advantage of. Ribbon cutting. So if your organization or your company opened a new location or you're expanding, something like that, you have a milestone anniversary and you're interested in a ribbon cutting, that is something that we do with the chamber. Our board team members will come and help you celebrate that. So there are different opportunities here depending on your level of membership and what you're interested in doing. Tammy will talk a little bit more about this when we talk about events, but sponsorship opportunities are definitely available for all of our events. And there's a sponsorship opportunities guide that you can flip through and review if you're interested. If you have something exciting happen that you want to spread the news about, we do put that information in our newsletter. We'd love to congratulate our members and share that with you. So you can fill out this form. We'll get that and we'll promote that for you. I'm going to skip volunteering for right now because Amber's going to talk about that more a little bit later. And I know I went through this very quickly, but just something to note is just get in here, explore around the member info hub, click on the buttons, check everything out, and reach out to us if you have any questions, because we are here to help you do whatever you need to do to promote your business and to make your chamber experience a great one.
All right. Thank you, Maureen, for that overview. And I want to encourage everybody. You saw she showed in the info hub all the members. You've got access to individual contact information, et cetera. One great takeaway for you today is to set up coffee with 2 or 3 members. You know, if I were you, I might connect with James and hear more about what he's doing and how he's running his business. And plus, you'll enjoy coffee, I promise you. But set that up. You've got access to all the members, not to mention networking, right, through all of our great events. So let's talk about events. As I mentioned, we host over 120 events a year. And the key with events is showing up. We do a lot. So, we encourage people kind of find your groove with chamber events, what works best for you. Some people are morning people, some people are evening people, and some people are lunch people. So we have a variety of events that span the time of day and the time of month as well. So I want to touch on a couple of just major and signature events that we do at the chamber, and then Amber will walk us through some of our monthly events and how those work and what those look like. But major signature events, for sure, Pride in Business. You see it on screen. June 12th this year at the Hilton Americas. This is our annual signature event. We had over 1,000 people in the room, in the ballroom last year. We expect more than that with our Decade of Impact celebration. We're very, very excited to move up to the fourth floor grand ballroom at the Hilton Americas. They've been a great partner with us. And I promise you, networking will be off the charts. The important thing you need to know about this event, it is the Pride in Business celebration plus after party. So we tell people, take the day off because it is a huge, huge event. And you don't want to miss the after party and a great opportunity to connect and be in community. So sponsorship is available. Tremendous, tremendous visibility opportunity for your business. We welcome individual sponsors too, especially those that want to help us celebrate a decade of impact this year. And then individual ticket sales will open in a few months. The second one that we've got on screen here is the Chamber Holiday Food and Supply Drive. The food and supply drive was born out of the pandemic. We saw our community hurting in 2020 and said, what can we do beyond our four walls to help community? We launched the food and supply drive, bringing together all the resources that we have at the chamber through our large companies like Silver Eagle and Cisco and Coca-Cola and more to really help. At the time, our first beneficiary was the Montrose Center. We helped and supported our LGBTQ plus seniors at the Law Harrington Senior Center and beyond. And then the last few years, we've worked with Tony's Place to support LGBTQ plus unhoused youth. So these are some of our big events. I know Amber's going to touch on a few others, but I'll just mention really quickly our anniversary reception that's coming up to celebrate our founding month on February 26th, which is going to be at the Post in their new space, the Penthouse, on the top of the Post, where you're going to see a beautiful, beautiful backdrop of downtown Houston. So with that, let me stop there. Amber, it's all you.
Hello, hello, hello. My name is Amber Godbold. I am the Programming and Events Coordinator for the Greater Houston LGBTQ Plus Chamber of Commerce. I know that's a mouthful, but I love saying it. I am here to talk about events. So like Tammy said, we host over 120 events each year across a wide variety of formats to ensure we're meeting the diverse needs of all our members. Some of our monthly and quarterly events include the Third Thursday Breakfast, Connect with the Chamber, Out and About Mixers, and our First Friday Meet and Eat. So our Third Thursday Breakfast, as an example, in particular, combines networking with a speaking program. So we feature local leaders and businesses, and just last month, we actually welcomed District Attorney Sean Terrier. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it.
Tier, Sean Tier. You're almost
Tier.
there. Yeah.
Terrier. There's the E at the end. Throws me off a little every time. But yes, so he spoke candidly about the challenges that he has been facing and also shared some really thoughtful and insightful reflections from his experience. And it was a really powerful engagement. And I think our members really got a lot out of that. So on top of that, when I first started working with the chamber about 2 years ago, my very first Third Thursday Breakfast had about 75 registrations, which was incredibly impressive for an 8 a.m. event, because I know some people aren't always morning people. But since then, we have continued to grow. So today we're seeing nearly double these in registration numbers. And that growth trend has carried across many of the events that we host. So I highly encourage you to visit our event calendar, which I have already posted into the chat. And that'll showcase all our upcoming events and see what's out there. See what it intrigues you most, just to get your foot in the door. But that's definitely the best way to help engage.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Amber. Yes, and right in the center of the screen bottom, you'll see our Show Your Pride campaign. This is our visibility campaign that we host every year in collaboration with one of our small business members, Soneja Creative. So the announcements coming about the 2026 campaign. It's definitely coming up. Our first photo shoot is, in fact, going to be next week. We encourage everybody to participate in the campaign, even if you've gotten your photo before. It is a new backdrop. Chandra is a brilliant, brilliant photographer, and this is a photo that you will have, for the duration of your life to use and show your pride. So it's a really, really exciting campaign. So we hope you'll plan on joining us for that, and more details coming out very soon. All right.
Hey, Tammy, can I talk a little bit more about some of these? I just
Sure.
wanted to mention the first Friday meet and eat, of course, is on the first Friday of the month typically, and that rotates to different member restaurants. So that is pay on your own. It's just an informal kind of lunch gathering. That we've seen upwards about 40 to 50 people typically at those. The third Thursday breakfast is hosted at the Cadillac Bar every month. So same location. Like Amber said, we have different speakers that rotate through. We do have some sponsorship opportunities limited left for this year. We also have featured members. So if you're interested in tabling at the breakfast, you can promote your business. It's $100 for nonprofits, $150 for-profit organizations. So you come, set up your table. You can talk about your business, have collateral there. That's very popular. The Out and About mixers and Connect with the Chamber community conversations, those three are quarterly events. Those rotate throughout. The Connect with the Chamber, they're at usually are like coffee houses, smaller venues that can accommodate the meet and eats. And the Out and About mixers change locations. The community conversations luncheon, maybe you can talk more, Tammy, about the types of programs that we have for that.
Yeah, so our community conversations, again, as Maureen mentioned, are quarterly. We bring in wonderful panels and speakers to talk on important topics of the day. Last year, for example, the photo that you're seeing is we brought in to talk about what happened, in Austin. Really, it was going to be with some legislators. It ended up, we brought in this great panel with Tom Abrams from ABC 13 talking about, what's happening now because redistricting was going on and a special session. And so those legislators couldn't get back. We hosted a great community conversations luncheon with a panel of LGBTQ plus journalists. Nancy Meyer, president of the Houston Chronicle, moderated that. We have some great topics coming up for this year. In fact, I was on a call.
What happened?
Mm-hmm.
She was on a call. That's all weird. Okay. Well, until she comes back, I just wanted to mention one more thing about the breakfast. So in those onboarding emails that you get, we do provide you with a code so that you can come to a breakfast on us and try it out for your first time. I'm going to continue until Tammy comes back here with some of our collaboration events. So we collaborate with different Pride organizations. So Katy Pride, the Woodlands Pride, Brazoria, Fort Bend, all the different Pride organizations. And we are tabling at their festivals that they have typically in the summertime, June, August, and also October seems to be a very popular one. And we also do Pride nights with the sports organizations. So the Rockets, the Dash, the Astros. So we're participating in those. Those are always fun too. And then the NGLCC also has programming that we collaborate with them on. So the one coming up now is going to be related to Black History Month. Those are complimentary to members. Those are posted on our website too. So definitely take advantage of these opportunities that we have. Lambda Next Gen is our young professionals group. It is for ages 21 to 40, and we do have focused programming and events for them. Of course, Lambda members are welcome to come to anything that we have, any of the chamber events, but we do have targeted events for them too. So you'll see more coming out about that this year. Amber, do you want to run through our upcoming events that we have?
Can we actually go back one slide, Maureen?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
So, so I did want to speak on the Lambda Next Gen because I also fall under the Lambda Next Gen age range. So I think if I wasn't already having the great opportunity to work alongside the chamber, I would have probably joined as a Lambda Next Gen member myself. These individuals are the future, and they're being able to recognize and support and connect emerging leaders early on really does help strengthen our community and our business ecosystem. So if you know anybody, it's definitely a great way to get engaged and really get your foot in the door in front of some of these really big organizations.
Thank you, Amber. Do you want to continue?
Yeah, I'd be happy to run down some of these fun events. So our first Friday Meet and Eat is going to be this Friday at Bumpy Pickle. Bumpy Pickle is also gracious enough to open up some of their pickleball courts for us. So we will be having a lot of fun, making some connections and enjoying each other's company. The Greater Houston LGBTQ Plus Community Summit will be over at the Montrose Center. They will be helping host and engage and connect people, businesses and corporations as well. The Chamber Super Bowl watch party at Side Piece, or as I like to call it, the Bad Bunny concert with a little bit of football sprinkled in. That's going to also be happening. It's going to be very casual, just an opportunity to connect with our members in a little more informal way and enjoy each other's company. And then we will also be hosting AI Ready Small Business Lab at SESH. So this is actually a workshop series that we'll be having throughout the rest of the year. So you'll definitely want to keep your eyes peeled for some of these. We are working alongside Ja Allen. She is a fantastic resource to us and will be helping present some of this information. So we will be opening our Show Your Pride studio session. This will be the first one of the year, which is very, very exciting. As Tammy and Maureen were previously discussing, our Show Your Pride campaign is really successful. Chandra is an amazing photographer, and it allows you the opportunity to show your pride, whether for the LGBTQ plus community. The LGBTQ plus BERG Leadership Roundtable at Kroger, Ryan will be helping for that event. You'll get to tour our warehouse. You'll get to have the opportunity to meet and with some Kroger partners and some executives, which is really exciting. And then, of course,
one thing to note real quick, Amber,
yes.
Hold on. One thing to note on that one is that is specifically for our impact partners. So it's for those larger corporations. Go ahead.
Yes.
You can continue.
Yeah, no problem. So, and then of course, you've heard all about our third Thursday breakfast. We are going to have a special guest speaker, council member, newly elected, Alejandra Salinas. So that's going to be very exciting to see her. And then we will have the NGLCC Sip and Pitch happening as well towards the end of the month. So this is just what's happening in February. And honestly, it's a little bit of a slow month. Yeah. And of course, our anniversary party. This is definitely something you'll want to go to. It's our 10-year anniversary. We have amazing raffle prizes. We have awards that we're giving out to our inaugural members celebrating this. We will be doing a Show Your Pride open session there as well, so you can come and take your pictures. It's going to be a great time, and it's going to be a great time to celebrate the impact that we've done over the last 10 years.
Thank you, Amber. Tammy, are you back, I think?
I am. My whole network just went down. I don't know what happened. This never happens, but you know.
Oh, no worries. No worries. Yeah. We continued. So.
All right. Tell me where we're at.
We're at sponsorship opportunities.
Okay. So just on those sponsorship opportunities, you can see there's a link, should be a link in the sponsorship opportunity to the sponsorship opportunities guide. It is a great way to bring visibility to your business or your organization. And the thing about sponsorship, it is a win-win. Your sponsorship support helps us pull off all the events that we do all year long to bring members and community together. So we encourage you to look at the various sponsorship opportunities that range from smaller sponsorships, as Maureen mentioned, those featured member tables at the breakfast, up to our higher tier sponsors through Pride in Business and other events like that. So we definitely encourage you to check out the sponsorship opportunities and let's create a win-win. We do have a few sponsorships left. Maureen said earlier for our January breakfast. These are very popular. We only have three months left of sponsorships for 2026. So if you want one of those, please let us know. We'll be glad to talk with you about what that looks like. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. And let me, I'm going to turn it over to Ryan. He is our, as Maureen mentioned earlier, our Director of Corporate Relations and doing amazing work working with our larger companies through our Workplace Alliance program and other efforts. Ryan.
Thanks, Tammy. So for those of you that work for a large employer, and we classify that as about 500 employees or more, we realize that those needs are different. You're not necessarily having the same conversations with your HR department as a small business owner with no HR department might be having, and things like that. So we are really trying to create some space and programming throughout the year that is dedicated for folks that are navigating larger employment spaces and trying to do inclusion work for their colleagues and employees. So that's why we created the LGBT Workplace Alliance program. Throughout the year, about once a month, you'll see something on the calendar that is dedicated for the LGBT Workplace Alliance. And for those of you on the call who are part of our smaller businesses, while we love having you join chamber events, there are a few events that we do offer exclusively for those impact partners. And if you ever have any questions about, hey, am I allowed to join this event? Feel free to reach out to me. I can help you navigate. We'll also put on the description for that event page, like this event is exclusive for people that are running pride groups, for example. That's our opportunity to have unique conversations about those workspaces with our partners, particularly those who've invested at the chamber at a higher level. They get some additional benefits through their membership, which we call an impact partnership. So whenever you see something that says this is for impact partners, those are for our large employers. Do we have another slide?
No, it's just that one.
That one's just for me. Okay. So the other thing I'll say is part of my role is really to try and help our corporate partners think about how they're spending their dollars. And that is a way of creating a supplier diversity and supplier access, but it also means, intentional spending. Tammy talked about the directory. That can also mean our, larger employers, when they're thinking about what pride events they're planning, could they do them at chamber members? If they're looking for caterers, could they use chamber members? If they're looking for speakers, should they look through the chamber directory and try to see if they can't find someone who might be a good speaker there? So we're really trying to get them to think about the ways in which their events and their spending can go back into the chamber and really help there. And then that's where those job posting opportunities on the directory are also really important. So if you are a large employer and you're looking for dedicated LGBT talent, making sure those job postings get into our directory or our listing. So people who come to us, because Tammy and I get them every week, people are in transition and looking for jobs and asking us at the chamber, like, hey, do you know of anything? The job board is also a really great resource. Did I hit everything, Maureen?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Also, so
Thank
you'll
you,
see me
Ryan.
at events. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions, particularly if you work for one of those large employers.
Awesome. Thank you, Ryan. And Amber, if you want to just quickly touch on getting involved.
Yes, yes, yes. Hello again. Because of a large number of the events and initiatives that we host throughout the year, our volunteers are absolutely crucial to the success of our organization. So I've had the opportunity to work and meet some truly amazing individuals who have dedicated their personal time to supporting our mission. So volunteers help in a variety of ways, from passing out name badges at registration, distributing swag at pride festivals, collecting emails so that people can get connected with the chamber through our newsletter, taking photos, and even marching in parades, which is, everyone wants to be a part of a parade. How fun. But honestly, my favorite part of working with the volunteers is the connections that we make and the fun that we have along the way. Volunteering with the chamber, it isn't stuffy and boring. I can guarantee that we work hard and we play harder. So if you're interested in volunteering, please check out our website and it'll give you some additional information. And we can get you added to our volunteer list. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So we can now take any questions that y'all have. You can put them in the chat, or you can also get off of mute and ask us. Let me stop sharing for a second so I can see. Any questions? We covered everything? Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
For the walk that's on March the 8th, is that an individual or can I have my office or a team join the walk?
Yes, so the Walk to End HIV is being hosted by our nonprofit partner Allies in Hope, and the chamber will have a team. For anyone who doesn't have a team to march with, we welcome you to join with us. But individuals or companies can sign up to create their own team, and it's actually just only a couple of steps to the link to create your own team. So we encourage companies. It's a great way to put your business out there under your business name and show that you're showing up for the community. And then the proceeds will be split between Allies in Hope and the other beneficiary organizations that are participating with them, like Lazarus House, Normal Anomaly, and some other organizations. We at the Chamber are just really trying to help spread the word about that event. So feel free to sign up.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? Otherwise, we'll continue to move on and wrap up. Okay. Tammy, are you good to continue, or do you want me to go through the next section? You're on mute if you're trying to talk.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Boy, I'm having challenges today. I promise you all. It's not normally this way. Okay. Yes, thank you. Make sure we get all those questions answered. And of course, again, the team is here to help well after we finish up this call today. Look, we want to make membership work for you. We want you to maximize your membership because we want you to renew year after year after year. And the way to do that, we've talked about that, James mentioned it, is engage. Be engaged. Come, feel the support, and find the opportunities. So pick at least one upcoming event. Amber went through those, and register now for those on the event calendar. Make sure you update your chamber directory listing and make it robust. That's what people are looking at to find out about your business. Upload the member logo to your website and marketing materials if that makes sense for your business, and then connect with another member. Find a member that's on the call today. Make note and reach out, set up some coffee, connect with James. He'll give you some more great insight. And really be intentional about connecting with other chamber members to support your business. Or if you're a professional, whatever that looks like, young professional, nonprofit, there's so much magic happening in our ecosystem. Connect, engage. All right. With that, let's wrap this up. So if you all know of anyone you think would benefit by joining the chamber, please refer them to us. You saw that in the info hub, or you can just let us know, or they can put your name on the membership application. And we would love to give you a gift card to one of our member businesses. It's another way we support our member businesses by purchasing gift cards for this purpose, for our referrals. And then be sure and follow us on social media. In fact, the chamber just launched our Flickr channel that showcases a decade of photos for the chamber, and that's going to be our landing page for our event photos landing spot for our event photos going forward. Follow us on all of our social media because we also keep our events updated there, as well as everything happening chamber and in the community. And then I can't emphasize enough, I get the pleasure every day to work with the remarkable individuals that you've heard speak about the chamber today and what we're doing and how we can support you. It is truly an honor to work with this team. They is very much a mission match for what we're trying to accomplish for community and for our members. You reach out to us, this team will be here to support you every step of the way. So we're here to help anything that we can do. Be sure and visit the chamber website for all those upcoming events. Get registered. And look, we look forward to seeing you soon, maybe as soon as this Friday for the first Friday Meet and Eat at Bumpy Pickle. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We appreciate you.
Thank you.